What if you could speak Amharic into your phone and have it translated into English almost instantly? This is what I set out to build. Amharic is spoken by 60 million people, yet speech and translation tools for Amharic are relatively limited compared to languages like English, Spanish, and Chinese. And when these tools are available, they often rely on cloud servers to process your audio. That creates two problems: privacy and cost. So I wanted to see if I could build an Amharic speech-to-text translation system that runs entirely on your own device. The basic pipeline is simple. First, automatic speech recognition, or ASR, converts Amharic into text. Then, a machine translation model, or MT, takes that Amharic text and translates it into English. The hard part is making both of those models accurate enough and small and fast enough to run locally. For ASR, recent large-scale speech datasets from Google's Waxel project helped enable free models like Ethio ASR, which perform very well on Amharic speech. For translation, I started with Meta's NLLB 200, an open source translation model for 200 languages, and fine-tuned it on a larger dataset of Amharic English sentence pairs. Fine-tuning basically means taking a general purpose model and training it a little further on the type of data you actually care about. In my benchmark, that gave the translation model more than a 15% improvement in accuracy. The next challenge was speed. I converted the models into a standard format that can take better advantage of the hardware. Then, for the translation model, I applied something called quantization. In simple terms, that means representing the model with lower precision numbers, which reduces the computation in memory while allowing the models to run faster. We can see from the benchmarks that through this process, the accuracy remains the same, but the latency decreases by almost half. The app has two main modes. The first is recorded audio. You can either paste a YouTube link, as is done in this demo, or upload an audio file from your device. The app will download the file and process the speech in chunks, displaying the Amharic transcription and English translation as they become available. The second mode is live dictation. You press the microphone, start speaking, and the app processes your speech in roughly 10-second chunks. This is useful for real-time conversations where you want the translation as someone is speaking. For this demo, I'm accessing the website from my phone while my computer runs the models in the background. I'm using Google Translate's text-to-speech to generate Amharic audio for testing. You can see that the model's translations are quite close to the intended meaning, with some differences coming from the robotic voice. Amharic language models have reached a point where you can build useful custom applications with them. The goal of this video was to show a proof of concept of what one such application, a fully on-device Amharic AI, could look like. The next step is to turn this into a proper mobile app so that using it is as simple as opening your phone and speaking. If you'd like to see that, let me know what you think in the comments, and consider liking the video and subscribing. Thank you for watching.